Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Jurgen Klopp's vow to take a break from club management after leaving Liverpool has been called into question amid strong rumours linking him with Real Madrid. The former Reds boss, who cited exhaustion as a key reason for ending his 9-year stint at Anfield, has since taken up a role as head of global soccer for the Red Bull Group. However, speculation about a move to Madrid has grown in recent weeks, despite Klopp's insistence that he wouldn't be managing a club for a while. This comes as reports suggest that Carlo Ancelotti is set to leave the Bernabeu following a lacklustre season with Los Blancos. On that Peter Crouch podcast, the former Liverpool striker and ex-Chelsea player Steve Sidwell discussed the possibility of Klopp heading to Madrid this summer. Crouch suggested that accepting the job would contradict Klopp's original reason for stepping back from club management. Sidwell, however, believes it's not in Klopp's nature to stay away from the game for too long, reports the Liverpool Echo. "I just don't think he's one for rest," Sidwell said. "Look at Pep Guardiola. I think they're just born to be involved. They need it at the start. Then they just get dragged back in." Talk of Klopp taking the reins at Madrid has also been given weight by his close friend Miros Tanganger. Having previously been Klopp's teammate at Mainz, Tanganger has said that the German has targeted 2 jobs that he has yet to take. "What Klopp told me when he left Liverpool was that he had 2 wishes: to be the coach of the national team and of Real Madrid. I don't know if either of them will come true," he was quoted as saying by AS. "He's certainly one of the candidates for the Real Madrid job, but for now, all of this is pure speculation. I also know that he never saw himself as the coach of any other team in England, except Liverpool. He doesn't want to go to Serie A or France, and at some point, I think he'll become the German coach." Addressing his departure from Anfield, Klopp was candid with supporters about his potential future on the touchline. "If you ask me, will you ever work as a manager again? I would say now no," Klopp said in January 2024. "But I don't know, obviously, how that will feel, because I never had the situation. What I know definitely, I will never ever manage a different club in England than Liverpool, 100%. But all the rest, will I ever work again? Of course, I know myself. I cannot just sit around. I will find something else maybe to do. But I will not manage a club or a country at least for a year. That's not possible. I cannot do that and I don't want to. That's all." Despite speculation, Klopp's agent has recently moved to calm chatter that he could be set to move to the Spanish capital. Jurgen is very happy with his new role as head of global soccer at Red Bull, Marcguehi told Sky Germany earlier this month. He's fully focused and happy there. Andy Robertson has joked that Jamie Carragher needs to stop telling Liverpool to sign a new left-back this summer, with the 31-year-old insisting that he still has plenty more to give at an elite level. The former Hull City star has been one of the Reds' most consistent performers since moving to Anfield 8 years ago. But Robertson has struggled to live up to his own high standards this term, despite making 30 appearances in a team that was crowned Premier League champions last Sunday. Liverpool have been heavily linked with a summer swoop for Milos Kerkez, and Carragher has even endorsed the Hungary international as the perfect long-term successor to Robertson. But the man himself has hit back, saying there is still plenty of life in him yet, as he prepares to enter the final year of his contract. Speaking with Carragher at Football for Change's charity lunch this week, the Scot quipped, "I have only got a year left. So I hope all you guys, the fans, can help me with making the same noise around a new contract as you did with Mo and Virgil's. Maybe you, Carragher, can stop linking the club with other left-backs as well. No, look, I've had 8 wonderful years so far, and I have a year left. I am not as young as I once was, but I love this club. And I have had some great memories here. So let's see what the future holds. I still believe I can still produce good performances and some really good performances, and I think I have done that this season, so I still think I can produce at the top level, and if I can do that, then that is where I belong, and hopefully I can stay here for many years to come." While it remains to be seen if Robertson will be offered an extension to his current terms, Liverpool's admiration of Kerkez is no secret. The 21-year-old is expected to be the subject of strong transfer interest from clubs across Europe after another dazzling season with Bournemouth. Carragher said of Kerkez earlier this season on Sky Sports, "We've just spoken about Liverpool's left-back situation and the fact Andy Robertson needs help." Now listen, he's Kerkez been a revelation at Bournemouth. The only reason why I mention Liverpool is that fact that, yes, they are probably looking for someone in that position, but also because the sporting director who brought him to Bournemouth is now the sporting director at Liverpool. He's aggressive, he's got pace. Even when you look at him, he looks like a fullback, small, really aggressive, and after wingers on that side. He's been superb since he's come into the Premier League for Bournemouth, and it's one to watch for the future, whether he stays or leaves. Jamie Carragher believes Newcastle could spring a surprise and mount a Premier League title challenge next season. Liverpool have won the league in dominant fashion this season, with Arneslot's side confirmed as champions with 4 games to spare. However, Carragher is expecting both Manchester City and Arsenal to put up more of a fight next season, and he is also backing Newcastle to challenge if they can keep hold of their top stars and strengthen this summer. Newcastle beat Liverpool to win the Carabao Cup in March, their first major domestic trophy in 70 years, and Carragher believes they could take the next step. I think it will be them two, City and Arsenal, who come back to challenge Liverpool. Carragher told the Metro City will go again in the market, and Arsenal will do the same. But from that chasing pack, Newcastle could spring a surprise. If they keep their best players and just add 1 or 2 squad players, they are a top team. We saw that against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final, and they can take any of those teams. They've got great support at home as well, and in certain positions, especially centre forward and central midfield, they have players who are as good as anybody in the Premier League. Reflecting on Liverpool's title win, Carragher was full of praise for Slot and believes he has been able to get a little bit more out of his squad than predecessor Jurgen Klopp did last season. "I'm delighted Liverpool won the title. Nobody expected that, and to do it so comfortably, you can't really believe it," he added. A great job by the players, but especially from the manager. Now the exciting part is, what is he going to do in the summer to put his stamp on the squad? Because it's just a squad that was left by Jurgen Klopp that he's managed to get a little bit more out of. I think now he'll look to bring his own players in. The club have had 12 months to assess everything transfer-wise, and the manager has also had time to see who he rates and doesn't rate, and I would expect 5 or 6 players to leave and 5 or 6 to come in, and then Liverpool will be a lot stronger. And Klopp did send Slot a message after Liverpool's title win, congratulating the Dutchman on his achievement. What did he have to say? What most of them said: "Congratulations, now you know how special a club it is, now you are part of history as well," Slot said. "He was really happy for me, the players, the staff and fans, like we all know Jurgen. Maybe I've got a few, but I think he was the most famous one. There were a lot of messages, and 9 out of 10 times they were the same. It's always nice to get these messages. I've tried to answer all of them. It's been amazing, especially Sunday maybe for all the Liverpool fans, but for many of them the best day of their lives, and I think it was the same for me." Arne Slot revealed Jurgen Klopp hailed him for becoming part of Liverpool's history by leading the Reds to the Premier League title. The former Liverpool boss was one of the many to message Slot after they secured the title last week by thrashing Tottenham. Slot was asked who the most famous person to get in touch was, and he said it was the German, and then revealed the praise. He said, what did he have to say? What most of them said: "Congratulations. Now you know how special a club it is. Now you are part of history as well. He was really happy for me, the players, the staff and fans. Like we all know Jurgen. Maybe I've got a few, but I think he was the most famous one." Liverpool celebrated the title with their fans at Anfield with iconic scenes of jubilation. Slot has been inundated with messages of congratulations since they clinched their 20th English League title. Slot joins Klopp, Kenny Dalglish, Joe Fagan, Bob Paisley, Bill Shankly, George Kay, Matt McQueen, David Ashworth and Tom Watson as title-winning managers at Liverpool. He said there were a lot of messages, and 9 out of 10 times they were the same. "It's always nice to get these messages. I've tried to answer all of them. It's been amazing, especially Sunday maybe for all the Liverpool fans, but for many of them, the best day of their lives. And I think it was the same for me. The way the whole day went, arriving at the stadium, how intense the fans already were, then during the game going 1-0 behind, so it felt they were not going to give it to us. Scoring the goals, seeing how much it meant to the players and the fans was really special to be part of. Liverpool have won the title with 4 games to go, but Slot insists the Reds are still motivated for their upcoming clashes with Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton and Crystal Palace. He will make some changes to give players minutes who have not got enough action this season. Slot added, "It's nice that we play some very strong teams with Chelsea, Arsenal, Brighton and Palace. So that gives us immediately a challenge to win games. It is the end of the season, but we also have to look at this as the start of next season already. It's Chelsea away first. We played them earlier on in the season. And I am completely surprised if I look at the gap we have over them at the moment, because in that moment of time, they were the better team on the pitch. But we found a way to win, and that was a quality we didn't need a lot because mostly we were the better team on the pitch. But in that game, we had to suffer more than maybe any other game. To be so many points ahead of them is a big compliment to everyone at the club."